What a season for Newport County. A team of absolute no-hopers, favourites for relegation. 2 more wins and we could reach the playoffs. Let's go to the video. Hello and welcome back to Rodney Parade, Newport. And if you are a first-time visitor here, then subscribe, watch, like and comment and help us to raise funds for research into chronic heart disease. And that is something that I personally feel very passionate about, and it is a very worthwhile cause. So, something else I'm very passionate about at the moment is Newport County, and our journey gets better and better. And we are currently in 9th position in the Sky Bet Championship with 67 points from 44 games. And nobody could see this coming. We have surprised everybody, and we are 3 points off the playoff spot. And since you were last with us, you saw us play Reading, and we beat Reading comfortably by 3-1, and we followed that up by beating champions-elect Sheffield United at home by 1-0. And then we beat Luton at home by 2-1. But unfortunately then things slipped. We lost to Crystal Palace 3-1, but then bounced back with a very, very good win at 6th place Blackburn by 3-2. But unfortunately then again we should have won. We lost away at Derby, and so we're going to do both our remaining games because it's so close to the playoffs. We're going to do both our games. If we win both our games, we could get to the playoffs. So let's go straight into it. In goal, Rogers. At the back, Lewis, Pask, Duzak and Pye, Sweeney, Lakin and Hackney are in midfield, and Carey, Abraham and McNeil are up front. And so the first of the 2 games is against Bristol City. And this is a game that could go either way, but if we play our game, then we could really be in the running for that final playoff spot. So this is about as big as it gets for lowly Newport County, and it's a fairly slow start. Nothing seems to be happening at the moment, but Bristol City have created the only couple of chances that have occurred. But we have a corner. We have the first highlight, and Lewis swings in the corner, and that is headed away. But it's picked up by Pye, and Pye, he finds McNeil to Lakin. Lakin gives it to Pask. Sweeney, we're passing it around quite nicely. Duzak finds Sweeney to Abraham. This is good football. The nerves are not getting to them as much as they are getting to me. Hackney brings it inside, and we're controlling possession nicely, working the ball around, looking for space, and I like it. And this is how we really want to play our football. Doesn't always work week in, week out, but if we can find this kind of form, then hopefully, we can make the playoffs. But that's a poor clearance, and McNeil is in, and he finds Abraham, and Abraham has scored. We are a goal to the good. Mistake at fullback by Bristol City, gifting the ball away. The space was there, exploited by McNeil, and we are a goal to the good. That was a very poor clearance by the goalkeeper, and McNeil had the easiest task to feed in Abraham, who just popped it into the bottom corner. And it's 1-0, so we are within a point of Bournemouth now, who are sitting in that 6th place in that last playoff spot. And if we can continue this, if it continues like this, then the last game of the season will be very interesting indeed. And wow, Newport County have surpassed all expectations that I ever had of them this year. And we'll go into the dressing room at halftime, and we'll just tell them, keep it going. Keep this going. You're almost there. You're 1 foot in the playoffs. and keep putting the pressure on Bournemouth, who are currently still 0-0. But Bristol City have a throw, and that's easily collected by Rodgers. So, as it stands, 1 point between us and the playoff spot. And I don't know about the boys, but I am very, very nervous indeed. My nerves this season have been shot. They have all along this journey that we've been with Newport. And it's just been quite a remarkable trip that we've been on. Duzak has the ball, patient football, playing it around. Sweeney finds Pask. Today I've picked a experienced team so that it's not all young boys out there. The boys who are playing have a few games under their belt. And there's a beautiful ball. And Abraham is in the clear. And he should have scored. I expect more from Timmy Abraham. Our most valuable player, our best player. And I expected a little bit more from Timmy Abraham there. And Lewis swings in the corner. And that's headed away. But here is Hackney. Hackney finds Lewis. Lewis, he looks for Duzak. And Hackney. Now, what can Hackney do? But there's no highlight at the end of that. And still, we are within 1 point of Bournemouth, who are still drawing at Queen's Park Rangers, as our press is working. They are trying so hard to play it out from the back, but we are not allowing them to do that. And swarming all over them in packs. And Bristol City really don't know what's hit them. And then we've won the ball back. And Carey, the idea now is to go forward at speed. Carey to Sweeney. Sweeney looks for Abraham. Abraham is into the box, and I think that is a penalty. It is a penalty. And now we have an opportunity. Aaron Lewis has an opportunity to make it 2-0 from the penalty spot. Can he put it in? Lewis steps up and he scores, and it is Newport 2, Bristol City 0. And well, words escape me. I don't know how to describe this season. I'm so proud of all of them. They've worked this tactic, and it has paid off. And we are still, as Bournemouth are still 0-0 against Queen's Park Rangers, we are still within a point of that final playoff spot. And Lewis fires in a long throw. He throws the ball so far, that boy, often too far. And one day he's going to throw it out of the stadium completely. But Bristol City can clear. And they're going to try and play it out from the back. And we just need to keep pressing them, and they will make an error. And here's Abraham. They've made an error. And Abraham, he had a chance to make it 3-0 there. And we're going to make some changes now. We're going to bring on Swanson. What else shall we do? We'll bring on Livermore for Carey, who's looking a little bit tired. Lakin's also a little bit tired. And we'll bring on Taylor as a Mazzala in midfield. And so as the clock whittles down, it's still Newport 2, Bristol City 0. And Bristol City have a corner, though. They have pulled one back, and it is now nerve-wracking. What did Ferguson say? It is squeaky bum time. And it's Newport 2, Bristol City 1, a simple set-piece goal. That's not great defending. But we are still... Bournemouth have taken the lead, so we're still 3 points off the playoff spot, but the goal difference is only 1 goal, so it can still be done. As McNeil finds Lewis. Lewis back to McNeil. This is good. McNeil finds Taylor. Taylor into space, and McNeil finds Abraham, and that is a beautiful team goal. That is a super goal. We've tweaked the tactic. We're getting some little patterns happening now. And McNeil fed Taylor a quick 1-2. He's in the clear. And Abraham just doesn't miss those. And now it is Newport 3, Bristol City 1. Game over. And we can still make the playoffs if Bournemouth lose their final game. It's full time. And it's very, very exciting here at Newport as we go into our final fixture, which will be away at Hull. We can still make it to the playoffs. We're just 3 points behind. The goal difference is just 1. And our team for the game against Hull is Lewis, Pask, Duzak and Pai, Ian, Hackney and Lakin in midfield, Carey, and we brought in Collins up front for the injured McNeil, and Abraham will play at advanced forward. It's not the strongest side we can put out, but I believe it is a side that can win this game. And it's just what happens in the other games. If we win this, then it's all over to Bournemouth, and let's see what will happen. We just need to win. We'll focus on let's win this game, and whatever happens with Bournemouth is whatever happens. They have a tough fixture away at Fulham, and hopefully this could be the most magnificent season in Newport's history, but unfortunately I think they have given away a penalty. Mohamed Bilen has given away a penalty, and that's not really what we wanted this game to do at the beginning. And Doherty for Hull has a chance and he scores. And it's now Hull 1, Newport 0. But keep going. It's not over yet. We can still do this. We've got to believe. But that penalty was dispatched absolutely brilliantly. And it is Hull 1, Newport 0. This is not what I really wanted to be going on. But regardless of whether we reach the playoffs, it's been an absolutely fabulous season. Nobody would have seen us getting 70 points at the beginning of this season. And here come Hull again. And they have scored again. Like, how can your dreams turn to nightmares within 20 minutes of the game beginning? It's all gone. We can actually win this now. It will be a miracle. And it's just poor defending. It's really just poor defending. The game plan, they're not sticking to the game plan. We want to force them out wide, and they're not doing it. And Hull have yet another free kick. And there is a header, and that clips the top of the bar. I'm so disappointed. I thought that we were going to do this. We're going to make a few little tweaks to see if we can do something, and then we'll just try and hold on to half time and then regroup at half time. So we'll just try and get some possession, slow the game down a little bit, and see if that helps. We've had most of the possession, but we just are not creating enough chances. Here's Collins. You've got to remember that this is, by and large, a very young team, and what they've done at that age is quite remarkable. And Rogers plays it out to Lewis. Can we get something back before half-time? But that's a long ball. It's into no man's land. And Hull have cleared that up very easily. And Hull are a very good side, a much better side than we are on paper. So to be beaten by Hull, who are actually underachieving this season, to be beaten by them is it's no shame. But it is such a shame that we are not now going to make the playoffs. I cannot see this happen. We're going to try anything we can to try and get back into this game. As we come up to half-time, I'm just going to have to tell them that, we've been the better team. We've had all the possession. We just need to be a little bit more creative, and then maybe we'll come back into this game. But I don't feel very optimistic of that happening. In fact, I feel very pessimistic that's going to happen. I'm going to make some changes just to see, let's mix it up a little bit. Try and do something to get ourselves back in this game, but it's going to take a miracle. And Hull have a corner, and they have scored again. It is now the end of the road. It's now Hull 3, Newport 0, and the playoff dream is over. But no matter what, I'm very, very proud of this Newport team for reaching the heights that they've reached this year. Red hot favourites for relegation, and it was just one game too many. As a Livermore, he finds pass. We're going to go attacking now. We're going to try and get something out of this game. Abraham picks the ball up on the right, and he feeds Lewis. Lewis to Hackney. Hackney passes inside to Livermore, who finds Collins. We've got one back, and Collins has actually ended a long goal drought, and so that's good for him. Good for his confidence as a young lad. And well, it's 3-1 now, and it doesn't sound so bad. But I really feel so disappointed with FM. Couldn't you just let us get to the playoffs? But here come Hull again. It's not over this game. And as we're attacking, we're going to give away space at the back. And Hull are swarming forward. And that's a chance, and that is a great save by Rodgers. And he keeps us in the game. And we're going to go back and we're going to press them again. Get in their face for the last 25 minutes and see if we can get another goal, and then the game might change. Who knows? And that's headed away easily. But it's still with Hull, and it's going out for a throw. Oh, no. Time is passing. It looks like it's over. And so, yeah, it's just a case of winding down the clock now. Let's just do our best for the last 10 minutes. And Lewis fires in a free kick. And it comes out to Sweeney. Sweeney driving towards the goal, and Sweeney scored. That is a novelty. We don't often see Sweeney doing that. And we're back in it with 10 minutes to go. It is Hull 3, Newport 2. Is this game over? Sweeney, I don't know how he managed to do that. It's very, very rare for him to burst into the box like that. But Hull have a free kick, and that's lofted into the box, and that's hit the bar and gone over the top. We are still in this game. We are attacking, and maybe yet we can still get something out of this game. As Collins on the left, he looks for Sweeney. Sweeney, who is getting on in years now at 30 years old, but he's had a fine game today, and he's done us proud. All the boys have done us proud, even though it's 3-2 to Hull. To finish where we are, top half of the table, I am so proud. And this team, made up of reserves of young boys, it's just been a remarkable achievement, and I'm very, very pleased. And here's Livermore. Livermore's in the clear, and he hits the post. And that could have been a draw, and that could have opened up the game. But unfortunately, Livermore, he's hit the post, and I think that's it now, as Pye is on the ball. And he looks to get a cross in, and he does, and Abraham is there, and Abraham has volleyed it into the bottom corner, and it is now Hull 3, Newport 3. Can we get a late goal and win this still? Is it too late? Oh boy, my nerves can't stand this. As Pye, a beautiful cross, and Livermore's and Abraham's technique there was just perfect as he volleyed that into the bottom corner. But it is full time. It's Hull 3, Newport 3, a great match to finish the season. What a comeback. And we have eventually finished in 9th position. And we were 3 points off the playoffs at the end of the day. And so, what a season. Words escape me. I'm so proud of everybody. And yeah, what can I say anymore other than what a magnificent performance this year. And so that's it for this video for this season. If you're new, then please subscribe, watch, like and comment, and help the channel grow so that we can support research into chronic heart research. And hopefully we can make a difference in people's lives. And that's it for this video. We'll be back with the transfer window, the end of season review and the transfer window and news of budgets in the next video. And so all that remains to be said now is see you in the next episode.